Hey guys, and welcome to the final game of the season. We are at home and we will be taking on Cardiff City. Today is a huge game for us. We must win if we want to have a chance to make the playoffs. We are currently sitting in 8th place. Cardiff are sitting in 9th place. We both have 67 points. Blackburn sitting in 6th place on 70 points. So there are 4 teams currently fighting for that final playoff position on the final day of the season. So it is a huge game for multiple teams. But let's go ahead and we'll take a look and see how we've gotten on since the last time you saw us. So we did take on Birmingham City the last time and we got that 2-2 draw. Then we faced off against Derby County and we lost 2-0 against them. And then we faced off against Preston North End. And it was another loss by 2 goals. This time it was a scoreline of 3-1. Carlo Poveda getting on the score sheet for us. And then it was a third game in a row where we lost by 2 goals. This time it was away against Sheffield Wednesday. A 4-2 defeat, which was incredibly frustrating. 2 goals from us came from McGowan and Ben Wagstaff. And then we finally got back to winning ways. We faced off against Oxford and we got an emphatic 5-1 victory over them. We had goals from Sharp, 2 from Doyle, Roach, and Joe Lennon in that game. And then we took on Portsmouth, who are near the bottom of the table, and we got a 3-2 victory over them. Luke O'Connell opening up the scoreline for us with a penalty in the 56th minute, then Lennon and Charles getting the second and third goals. And then it was our third win in a row against Millwall this time. It was a 3-1 victory over them. Sharp, Connell, and Charles on the goal sheet for us. Then it was away at Villa Park against Aston Villa. It was a 0-0 draw there. And then it was away against Stoke City, and it was a 1-0 defeat to them. Benik Afobe gets on the score sheet for the only goal of the game. And then it was home against Reading, and we got a 2-0 victory over them, thanks to Dean Hunt and Vontae Daly-Campbell. And then we have 2 losses in a row, which really hurt us. First one was against Swansea City, who are near the bottom of the table. So we should have beaten them. It was a 1-0 defeat against them, though, at home. Extremely frustrating there. And then our latest game, it was against Burnley, which was a very tough game. They played in the Premier League last season. They were in 4th place when we took them out. So very tough, but it was made even tougher when we were down 2-0, and then Mark Taylor got sent off, and I appealed the suspension, and it actually got overturned. So that was incredibly frustrating that we had a player sent off unfairly, and we ended up getting a goal in the 93rd minute. So who knows what would have happened if we had a full team out there for the second half. And here is the updated league table. So Sheffield United ended up winning the championship this season, just like they did in real life this past season. Brighton sitting in 2nd place, currently on 80 points with a 1-point lead over Middlesbrough. So those are the 2 teams fighting for that final automatic promotion spot. And then you have Burnley and Birmingham, who have secured playoff positions, and then it is Blackburn, Aston Villa, us, and Cardiff City fighting for that final playoff position. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this very important game for us. We must win if we want any chance of getting into the playoffs. A draw is not good enough today, so it is extremely important we go out there and we play like we are capable of doing and don't drop a goose egg today. But we are underway here at Mariners Park. Come on, you Mariners! Early yellow card for Jason Roach. Poveda is currently injured and was not quite ready to come back today. And oh no! Cardiff City hits the post and our players don't react, and Adam Ada steps up and he gets that rebound in, and we are now a goal down 5 minutes into the game. Not a good start from us at all. Mark Taylor, you got to do better there, son. And we intercept the ball off of that long clearance from the goalkeeper. Can we make something of this? Connell plays it up to Good, who plays it out to Hales, who whips it in. It gets cleared out, but it eventually falls to Jason Roach, and he fires home the equalizer. Gets cleared out to Good, who finds Roach on the back post, and he's not going to miss from there. Ooh, Roach. Good actually was going for goal, and it gets deflected to Roach. But we'll take it. It's just like we drew it up. And so all to play for now. Back on even terms. And Hunt just got himself sent off. Fantastic. You've got to be kidding me, man. You have got to be kidding me. What an unbelievably stupid challenge that was. Oh, Hales with a long-range free kick, and it troubled the keeper, and McGowan should have buried that rebound. And now a free kick for Cardiff, but they fire it over. This is going to be an intense last 60 minutes of this game. Both teams fighting for a playoff position here. And McGowan gets the ball from over the top, and he doesn't score. Are you kidding? You got to bury that home. Off the corner now. Hales whips it back in. Eventually gets it up to Good. Charles has a long-range shot. Penalty. Yes, penalty. McGowan is brought down in the box. Luca Connell's going to step up for this penalty. Come on, Luca. And he fires it home. Keeper had no chance of getting that. Perfectly placed into the bottom left-hand corner. Luca Connell gets his 7th goal of the season, and more importantly, he gets the 2nd goal, which puts us on top here. Come on. We're now looking for a 3rd goal. Hill whips it in. It gets cleared out, but it's not over yet. We win the ball back, and Connell has a long-range shot, and that one is just over. We're looking much better since the sending off. It must have fired up the team. And it looks like this is halftime, and we go in with a 2-1 lead over Cardiff. We have to put in some very hard work the second half, a man down, and Cardiff are going to be throwing everything they have at us. Ooh, that was a dangerous tackle from from Campbell, but luckily he doesn't make any contact. And we're going to make a substitution 60 minutes in. We're going to bring on Dickinson Charman for Good, who is sitting on a yellow card. Free kick for Hales now. And he fires it home. We have a 3-1 lead. Liam Hales gets his 1st goal of the season. What a beautiful free kick that was. Over the wall. Keeper probably should have done better, but he didn't have a strong enough hand, and we now have a 2-goal advantage over Cardiff City. And ooh, it almost got cut in half there. And we're going to make a 2nd substitution. We will bring on Tommy Doyle for Ashley. And we're going to hold on to this final substitution just a little bit longer. Final substitution now. We'll bring on Ben Wagstaff for Luca Connell. We're just going to tell the guys out there to tighten up. Don't let them through. And we're just going to park the bus here for the last few moments of the game to see out this final game. And we will see the league table after this. I don't know if we're in or if we're out. We'll find out together. And we're just holding on to the ball here, professionally seeing out this game. Cardiff not making any kind of effort, and there it is. Full time, we get a 3-1 victory, so we have a chance to make the playoffs. We will find out here in just a moment if we got that final spot or if the other games did not go our way. And here we go. We miss out by 1 point. We finish in 7th place. Blackburn gets a draw against Swansea City, and that was enough to see them get that final spot. So unlucky. We had an incredible season, and we almost made the playoffs in our first ever time being in the championship. And we're gonna fine Hunt for 2 weeks. That was an unacceptable challenge from him. But I will bring you guys back in just a little bit, and we'll go over the final stats of the season and the end of the season awards, and we'll see the final league table and see who gets promoted, who got relegated from the championship and the Premier League, and who's joining us from League One. So stay tuned, and I'll be back. And we got our season awards going on now. Starting off with the fans' player of the season with 52% of the vote. It is Ashley Charles. He is a very important player for our team, and definitely agree with him winning the fans player of the season with 52%. And he also gets goal of the season. It was against Millwall. I remember this goal. It was an absolutely fantastic curled shot into the upper 90, but let's take a look at this. McGowan plays it back to Go-To, plays it to Sharp, who then plays it over to Charles, and look at this bend of a shot. Incredible. Absolutely incredible goal that was from Ashley Charles. Keeper had zero chance at stopping that. And moving on, we have our signing of the season with $86,000 purchase of Callum Burton, our goalkeeper. And the young player of the season was Liam Hales, our young loanee player that we have on loan from Chelsea. And we'll just switch over to our stats. Starting off with our top goal scorer, it is Cameron McGowan. He had a pretty solid first year here at the Mariners. He wasn't necessarily the full-time starter. He did get rotated quite heavily, especially at the beginning of the season with Joe Lennon, so probably could have got over that 20-goal mark if he played more games for us. Moving down to the highest average rating, it is Ashley Charles with a 7.03, and Ashley Charles also had the most assists with 8 assists on the year, and he also had the best pass completion with 88%. And most player of the match awards, once again, Ashley Charles shares it this time with Liam Hales. Both had 4 player of the match awards this season. And then the stats that you don't want to have, most yellow cards goes to Tim Odesina with 13 yellow cards. That is quite a lot of yellow cards throughout one season. Most red cards goes to Udacina, Taylor, and Hunt, each with 1. So we still have the playoffs going on, so I will take a short break and I'll bring you right back when we have the final. And I bring you breaking news here. We have just announced our new stadium plans. It is going to be the South Shield Stadium, and it's going to have an initial capacity of 14,678. And its starting build date is today, May 13th, 2026. It's going to take 2 years to get completed. So, unfortunately, we'll have to wait a few years before we are able to move into our new stadium. But we have finally secured our new stadium. Absolutely buzzing with that. Alright, and the playoff final has just taken place, and Blackburn beats Burnley 3-1 in the final, so Blackburn are getting promoted up to the Premier League with Sheffield United and Middlesbrough. At the other end of the table, Oxford United, Nottingham Forest, and Hull City are getting relegated down to League One. So, the 3 teams that got promoted last year was us, Birmingham City, and Salford, and we all stay up. Birmingham City made the playoffs. We just missed out on the playoffs, and Salford came in 15th place. So let's go up to the Premier League, and the 3 teams that are joining us next season after getting relegated will be Newcastle, Watford, and Fulham. And then if we go down to League One, the teams that will be joining us are QPR, Sunderland, and either Wigan or Brentford. Alright, so that is where this season will be coming to an end. It's been a fantastic season. After coming in 7th place in the championship in our very first season, absolutely incredible. We started off really well and we kind of just faded a little bit at the end and narrowly missed out. But next season, if we can get some good reinforcements in, see if we can make a push for promotion. But as always, if you are enjoying this series, be sure to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already, and make sure you get that notification bell on so you get notified when a new video comes out. So, until next time, it's been your Boyd 147.